In this presentation, we will discuss the increasing levels of greenhouse gases. Over the past 100 years, the amount of carbon dioxide gas, CO2 gas, released into the atmosphere has greatly increased. So why do we observe an increase in the amount of carbon dioxide? Actually, more fossil fuels than ever are now used. Fossil fuels can be used to make electricity, to heat homes, or for example, to run cars. So more and more fossil fuels are nowadays used. And when burning fossil fuels, carbon dioxide will be produced. So carbon has been locked up for hundreds of millions of years in fossil fuels. And now we are burning fossil fuels, so it's now released as carbon dioxide into the atmosphere when used as a fuel. Here we have a diagram showing the combustion of any hydrocarbon. Let's take an example, propane, with the molecular formula C3H8. It reacts with oxygen, so this is combustion. It will produce carbon dioxide and water. The balanced equation is C3H8 plus 5O2 will produce 3CO2 and 4H2O. Another greenhouse gas is methane, CH4. Methane gets into the atmosphere from swamps and rice fields. So these swamps and rice fields will release methane. And another important source of methane is emissions from the growing number of cattle and from their decomposing waste. Moreover, the increasing human population is producing more waste which is disposed of in landfill sites. And this is also another source of methane gas. So methane gas is released from swamps and rice fields, from the emissions of cattle and their decomposing waste, and from landfill sites. Actually, all scientists agree that the levels of greenhouse gases, especially carbon dioxide, CO2 in the atmosphere, are increasing. And this is the reason why we experience an enhanced greenhouse effect. You may think of the balance between the carbon dioxide produced and the carbon dioxide absorbed. Tropical rainforests and oceans are affected largely by human activity. So more trees are cut down from forests, and thus carbon dioxide removed from the atmosphere by these plants and the trees through photosynthesis will be consequently reduced. In addition to that, because we have an enhanced greenhouse effect, and thus the temperature of the earth is rising, carbon dioxide will get less and less soluble in water. So now carbon dioxide cannot dissolve as previously in the oceans. And this is why the amounts of carbon dioxide are largely increasing. Actually, scientists are analyzing the trapped air to find how the composition of the gases in the atmosphere has changed over time. And the analysis shows that the current levels of carbon dioxide are higher than at any time in the last 440,000 years.